I have a lot of stuff that I'm going to share, so I'm hoping technology will be on my side today. Did you guys get my notes just about me introducing you? Okay, and then I would do the door or the prize part, go find whatever. And then I would just.
Can you share the?
Well, you can reference this after the recording, and we'll have this available also for people that were not able to attend. Can everybody hear me fine and see me okay? Okay, perfect, sounds good. So I am Jennifer Teskey. I'm Vice President of Resource Development at United Way, and we're so excited for you to be with us today. This is our first virtual training, so I am hoping and anticipating that technology will be on our side today. So if all goes smoothly, I will have a really great day, and this should be very engaging for you and informative. We did change the format of our trainings. If you've ever been a part of a training before, we switched to mini series of trainings. So we have this training today, we have one next Wednesday, and another one the following Wednesday. So if you haven't signed up for those other trainings, I really encourage you to do so. I think they're going to be really, really informative and take a deep dive into each of the topics that they are covering in the following mini sessions. So I am going to introduce the team here, the Resource Development, Community Impact, United Way teams. First, I want to introduce Jerome Furson. He's the president of United Way. Wave out there, Jerome.
Can you see me? Good afternoon, everyone. Good to see you.
Emily Johnson, VP of Community Impact, if you want to wave. Thank you, Emily. The Resource Development team, Lakin Jefferson, who's the Major in Plan Giving Associate. Thank you, Lakin. Antonio Navarro, Resource Development Specialist. Probably a lot of people recognize Antonio working with campaigns. Community Impact team, Kristen Black, who is the Research and Learning Coordinator. Thank you. Grace Pesch is the Impact Program Manager. Thank you, Grace. Amy Wolfart is Outreach Coordinator. Amy. And that's it for the United Way team. We are going to start out with our wonderfully creative and new community impact video. So I will be switching to share my screen and we will enjoy the show. Can everybody see that?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
This is Olmsted County, the vibrant and hardworking place that we call home.
But it's not without its problems, and we have a lot of work to do.
The good news is that we're living united and not leaving anyone behind.
Together, we are making this a place where all people have a safe and affordable place to call home.
All kids get a great education, preparing them for life.
Healthy food is abundant at everyone's table.
Individuals are gaining skills and making connections to live fulfilling lives.
When our neighbors need help, we roll up our sleeves and lend a hand.
Every voice is heard and systems are changing for the better.
Because we believe in the potential of every person. And when we live united, there's no limit to what's possible.
This is our home. We're fighting to make sure this is a place where all people
can thrive.
Won't you join us?
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing screen. So everybody clap for that. It's so great. I think some of the people in this room haven't seen that yet. So We hope that you will use this at your campaign kickoffs, also sharing it with your colleagues, maybe an email format to a link to this. We will give you a link to all of the campaign materials that are available electronically, as well as you will be receiving hard copies of many of these materials when you come to pick them up next Tuesday. So this is just one of the resources that we hope that you will use in your campaign kickoffs that you have. And there will also be vignettes that are going to be available that will go deeper into stories about giving, advocating, and volunteering that you may also want to share with your coworkers. So now I'm going to hand it over to Jerome, who's going to do a little welcome and history on United Way.
Very good. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm off mute or unmute, right? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Super. Well, good afternoon again, everyone. As Jennifer mentioned, my name is Jerome Ferson, and I'm privileged to serve as the president for United Way of Olmsted County. And I should first acknowledge Jennifer and the resource development team and the others on the call for preparing what is, I think, a very comprehensive agenda for you today. To give you a quick rundown on all the things going on in our community and how we're approaching creating community change here in Olmsted County. I know it's a tight time frame. We got your attention until 1 o'clock today, so I've been afforded 3 minutes to run through 95 years of history. I'll do my best. So again, great job, Jennifer and team, for preparing a robust agenda for today's training. First, I should also thank you, the workplace champions, for agreeing to champion your campaign at your local workplace. You played an extraordinarily important role in our overall campaign, as you really are the source of energy and enthusiasm within your workplace, trying to get the message out to your colleagues about the importance of giving back to the community to help our community in one of the more trying times. If we think over the 95 years of our existence, there's been a number of periods of crisis within the community, but as we all know, this year in particular, we're dealing with multiple crises. COVID-19, the ensuing economic crisis that has been running right alongside of it, and then of course we've had racial justice and the concern for racial justice increase to all-time highs as well this year. So it's really a critical time for our community to stand up and to give back to the extent that they can. United Way of Olmsted County is a community change organization that fights for the education, health, and financial stability of every person in our community. We work to connect people with resources that change lives and transform our community. We do this in a variety of ways, and you're going to hear about a number of those today, so I won't go into great detail, but we operate programs like Running Start for School and Imagination Library. We provide shared services to the community that would otherwise not be available, such as 211 information referral service, which has been critical during this period of crisis, providing a resource for individuals to turn to navigate the many supports available to them during times of need. As well, a similar example is Get Connected, is a volunteer portal where we assemble and accumulate the volunteer needs from nonprofits throughout our region and make them available to the volunteer community so they can find opportunities to give back of their time in ways that's meaningful, both to them and to the individuals in need and to the organizations that they're serving. We work collaboratively with partners from many organizations and walks of life. A number of them are on this call today, and I encourage you to share your perspectives as you go through the training today to create systems change and implement solutions that elevate our community more than any single program or organization can do alone, including United Way of Olmsted County. It really does take a village working together to create positive change across the community. We provide technical, financial, and volunteer support for programs that make a difference. And at United Way, we live united with change makers, risk takers, and problem solvers, much like yourselves. You are examples of all three of those on this call today to create a community where people can thrive. So with that, I just wanted to say again, thank you for your contributions to our community by serving as a workplace champion. You play a crucial role, and I'm sure that you'll find the training today to be valuable as we embark on what is our first ever really virtual campaigning season. So again, we appreciate your adaptability, flexibility, and let's just call it entrepreneurship as we try to figure out new ways of campaigning in the COVID-19 environment. So thanks again, and Jennifer, I'll kick it back to you.
I
If you're-
will unmute myself and
Okay, good.
thank you, Jerome, for that great overview of United Way, our history, and what we do in the community that many people might not realize. And that's where, you know, workplace champions come in and play a huge role, is really sharing what you've learned today with your coworkers and sharing your why as well. We are going to try to have a lot of fun during this training as well. So you'll see we'll be doing some prizes, and I will also be using some trivia along the way as well. So if you need to Google the answers, you know, we like Google as well, but hopefully you'll be able to get the answers to these. They're just random trivia, which I will be using a doorbell. Anybody hear that? Okay, so we're gonna have fun with this doorbell, the doorbell prizes, and then also for people that have their camera off right now, there are gonna be some opportunities to go find things around you. So you're gonna want your camera on to show us what those items are, so we can decide which ones are the best represented of the items that we're asking you to get. So if you want in on those door prizes, we'll have to have the videos on so we can see those. So we're gonna do our first doorbell trivia. And the question is, and you can put the answer in the chat box on the side and we'll see who gets it first. According to Elton John, what are we hopping and bopping to? According to Elton John, what are we hopping and bopping to? Ah, Megan. Megan got it first. Way to go, Megan. Yay. Megan, our first door prize is a grab bag. So there's a pop socket that you're gonna get, chip clip, some pins, a cell phone wallet, and a screen cleaner. So that is what you're gonna get, Megan. We will get you that after the training. So congratulations. Okay, now we're gonna go into talking about our focus areas, which are health, education, and financial stability. So those are the pillars that we invest in the community and provide the community change within. And this is going to be another opportunity for you to participate. What I'm going to do is have you grab one thing that represents education. One thing that represents education. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to find something around you, and then we're going to pick which one is the best item. Okay, you like my sound effects? Did everybody hear my sound effects? Okay, so it looks like, okay, what do we have? We have a book, Alicia. We have a calculator, Catherine. Oh, physical science, Kristen has. A pencil, another book. I'm not sure, is that a laptop, Jody, that you're showing? Or an iPad? Okay, so I'm gonna introduce Amy, who's gonna talk about our work in education. But first, Amy, I need you to pick a winner.
Oh, this is a hefty choice. I think I'm gonna go with the good time for the, I don't know what Alicia's book. We're gonna go with Alicia's book. I love to read.
Okay,
So.
Alicia, you are going to get a wonderful blanket that's United Way logoed. So this is wonderful to use on picnics and when you're getting cold. So you're gonna get this, if you can see it.
Thank you.
Amy, take it away.
Thank you, Jennifer. So I'm Amy Wilfert. I'm the outreach coordinator on our community impact team. And today I get to talk about education. So United Way helps children and youth reach their full potential in the school and in the community. So united with our partners, we provide quality early childhood education, peer mentorship, home visits, books, school supplies, ultimately trying to change systems to ensure future generations are on a path towards success. So today I'm going to talk about 3 programs. The first one is Running Start for School, which I hope you have heard of in this time. Especially in the light of COVID-19, Running Start for School is an essential United Way of Olmsted County internal program. So I'm going to have Jennifer show the Running Start for School video, and then I'll finish up talking about that.
Now more than ever, our students need us, but we would love to have you bring school supplies directly to us. This year, all donations to Running Start for School will be accepted online. Our online store Roonga is up and running, and for less than $20, you can provide a backpack full of supplies for an Olmsted County student. Head over to our online store now and make sure that students in Olmsted County can have a running start for school this fall. Together, we can ensure that generations to come can get a running start.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. So thanks to our donors and volunteers like you all, our moving trucks just came on Monday to pick up our 2,612 backpacks for our Running Start for School program, which we deliver to 38 Olmsted County schools to distribute to students that might be facing additional barriers to accessing new school supplies at this time. So program number 2 in the education realm that I'm going to talk about is called Cradle to Career. So in 2016, there was a question brought up that was, are our education investments making a difference in kids' lives? And we thought as United Way, as well as Rochester Rotary, that we could be doing a better job with that. So Cradle to Career formed, it empowers their partners who are other education advocates and experts to really be courageous and use their data in that way. So right now they have 2 active networks. They're called Kindergarten Readiness and High School Graduation. C2C, that's what we affectionately refer to Cradle to Career as, really facilitates those groups to convene and develop plans so that we can all be on the same page. So for example, seeing that there's no national definition for kindergarten readiness, that group is working to define what that looks like so we can all work together. United Way provides office support as well as administrative, data, and communication support to C2C. Lastly, community schools. Community schools is a place as well as a collective partnership between Rochester Public Schools, United Way of Olmsted County, the individual school sites, and some other community resources. So these community schools organize community resources so that we can support our kids in attendance, behavior, and academics. Community schools work to help all students have equal access to basic needs. For example, food, clothing, dental, vision, and as well as expanded learning opportunities and enriching out-of-school activities. We have 4 sites in Rochester: Gage Elementary, Riverside Elementary, Rochester Alternative Learning Center, and our newest addition is John Marshall High School. When children and youth have strong, stable learning and growing environments, they can be more successful in achieving lifelong success and reaching their potential.
Thank you, Amy. Are there any questions for Amy before we move on to health? Any questions? Okay, that means we covered it really well. So now we're going to do another grab something item, and right now we're going to have you grab something that keeps you healthy. So remember, your camera should be on so we can see what you're grabbing. and we'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I had to get that music in there. But what do we have? Can you show? I see Amy with a plant. Oh, I see an apple, Catherine, a toothbrush, ooh, an orange, some water. Great. So now I'm going to introduce Kristen, who's going to talk to us about our health initiatives. And Kristen, first, before you go into it though, why don't you pick a winner?
Those are all really good options. I think I'm gonna go with the toothbrush, Alex. Great idea.
Alex, you are gonna win. You're winning this wonderful kind of clear looking water container. It's really cool. I think I might keep one myself. So we'll get this to you, Alex. Okay, take it away, Kristen.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. I'm Kristen Block. I'm the Research and Learning Coordinator at United Way for the Community Impact Team. I'm going to share a little bit about some of our health programs and health initiatives that we have going on in our community. The first of the series of things we're going to talk about is called Family Wise, which is a prescription discount card program available to everyone in our community, regardless of whether or not someone has health insurance. So if you have health insurance, it might be able to save you money more so than your health insurance could on prescriptions, or if you don't have insurance, you can still use this prescription discount card to save money. And overall, United Way partners with this program to support community members needing prescriptions and overall promote community health and financial stability. There is a little video. Jennifer, would you be willing to share that with us?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Let me share screen. Sorry, I have to click out of here. Or not. Sorry. Technical difficulties. Okay, Family Wise.
Prescriptions can be expensive. United Way has an option for you to save. Family Wise, a prescription discount for everyone in our community, regardless of whether or not someone has health insurance. When your provider asks you where to send your prescription, check the Family Wise app or website first to see which local pharmacy has the lowest price. This app is free and available now through your app store. United Way's Family Wise helps our community access affordable prescriptions.
Kristen?
Great, thank you, Jennifer. So our prescription discount card is free. It's something that anyone in Olmsted County can access via the online website. They can download the app, or they can receive a discount card from our United Way offices. We also share these cards openly out in the community so that more people can have access and more people know about this program. Right now, you can use these discount cards at 4 different pharmacies in Olmsted County, including Walgreens, Target, Hy-Vee, and Walmart. Since Family Wise has partnered with United Way of Olmsted County, our community has helped over 6,700 people save on prescriptions. The average person saves about 40% on their prescription, and it's really, really easy to use. You can go to our website or to the Family Wise website, type in your prescription, and it will compare costs using the discount card for all 4 pharmacies in our region, which is really exciting and really easy. So I would encourage you all to check it out if you are buying prescriptions, something anyone can use. The second thing I'd like to talk about today is more of an initiative. We are not the only one in Olmsted County thinking about systems change and thinking about how we can influence our community on a great level. We work closely with Olmsted County Public Health to achieve our systems change goals, particularly in health. They have a process called the Community Health Assessment and Planning Process, which we lovingly refer to as the CHAP process. we support public health departments community, their improvement plan. We financially support the CHAP coordinator position, which is someone who organizes not only our community health improvement program, but also helps organize our needs assessment, which is really a huge undertaking. In most communities, community health needs assessments are done individually by organizations that are required to do them. In our community, we work together through the 2 different hospitals in our area and also with our public health units to make it a really cohesive and thorough process. They also do a really great job of including community partners throughout our region to support this process and helps us better understand our community and the needs. In the last community health needs assessment cycle, our United Way listening team volunteers helped host roundtable discussions to better understand what health concerns face our county. We also have United Way staff that sit on the different subgroups that support this process. So we are really fortunate to get the opportunity to be into the depths of this data collection and also to better understand what overall health concerns that our community faces. The third thing I'm going to talk about is COVID response, which is a hot topic item these days. I'm sure you've all heard of COVID-19 at this point. The COVID-19 pandemic has taken a toll on our community's residents and the nonprofit community. So we have been in response mode for the last, since March, so what is that, 6 months now, almost? I'm sure you're all feeling it in your own health and in the people around you. Well, we are also seeing it happen in our nonprofit community, and we believe that our nonprofit community serves residents who are at higher risk for falling through the cracks, especially in this time. And so our United Way employees, we've responded quickly and changed services with coronavirus came to our county. We've made sure that our resources were up to date, and we utilize some of our platforms to get information out to our community members. One of the other things we did is we worked together with other organizations to build something called the Together Fund. The Together Fund was created to support Rochester area nonprofits that were experiencing unforeseen challenges due to the ongoing pandemic and to serve our region's most vulnerable communities. So ultimately, we were able to raise $820,000 to be given back into our community through nonprofits over the course of 2 months. Over 79 nonprofits benefited from these funds, which was really exciting. So within our pandemic, we were able to support our community through nonprofits that are boots on the ground, working with the residents that are not doing well because of the coronavirus. So we're very grateful for all these ways we can support systems change and ultimately affect the health of our residents in our community and our overall community health.
Thank you, Kristen. Does anyone have any questions for Kristen about our health initiatives and partnerships? Hey, guess what? We have another Joe Bell Prize. So trivia, listen closely. What is the name of the mailman from the show Seinfeld? What is the name of the mailman from the show Seinfeld? Remember to put your answer in the chat. If you have to Google it, there's nothing against Googling. Newman, there you go. Yep, I've got from IMAA, is it Shayla? I have to remember how to pronounce it. Yes, so you are winning a wonderful United Way coffee mug. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to introduce the next topic, which is financial stability. And what we want you to do, this is another participation thing for you, is to grab any form of currency and go. Okay, I'm trying to make this fun and exciting. Okay. I'm trying to make it fun. So this technology is challenging. Okay, what do we got out there? We got a $1 bill, a $5 bill, lots of money. Anything else out there? Financial stability. Oh, a credit card. Okay, so Grace, you get the joy of picking the winner.
Thank you. I'm going to go with Anne because Anne has a credit card and I don't typically carry cash. So that resonates with me, Anne.
So
Anne's like,
Anne,
yeah, same.
you are going to win. Oh, you can't see this. It is a stainless steel coffee mug. Yay! Okay, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. My name is Grace. I'm the Impact Program Manager here at United Way of Olmsted County. I manage our internal programs like Running Start for School and Family Wise, which you heard about earlier. I also manage 211 and the tax program, which I would love to tell you about. 211 is an information and referral program that supports community members in accessing the resources they need. You can call 211 by dialing those 3 numbers or the 800 toll-free number 24/7 and speak to someone in over 100 languages. I keep the toll-free number in my phone to share with others in case their cell phone providers, it's difficult for them to do that 3-number dialing. That number is 800-543-7709 in case you want to write that down. You can also chat and text during business hours to get a hold of 211 resource specialists. You can self-search on their website as well. And their webpage is 211unitedway.org. And I'll gladly drop these pieces of information in the chat as well. When you get a hold of 211, a trained resource specialist will listen to your unique situation and discuss resources you are eligible for. They have up-to-date and accurate information on around 600 different programs in Olmsted County alone. Most callers are looking to find information on housing and shelter programs, with the types of programs that most callers are referred to being rent assistance programs. Now, during COVID, we saw a large uptick in calls regarding food access needs. United Way and community partners use this information on trends in calls and needs to inform our work. Whether you're looking for information on food access, health insurance, mental health resources, housing information, or anything else, 211 is there 24/7 to help you. Moving on to our tax program. This is a program that is administered in partnership with the AARP Foundation. The tax aid program serves around 4,000 households annually to provide tax preparation assistance. There are 7 sites in Olmsted and Dodge counties for income and property tax preparation. Appointments running from the beginning of February to mid-April for income taxes, and from early May to mid-August for property taxes. Around 100 volunteers help make this program happen, from scheduling to working in administrative roles to doing the actual tax preparation. They are IRS trained and up to date on all the latest tax laws and processes. United Way supports this program by scheduling appointments, providing interpreters at appointments, creating and running advertisements for the program, as well as assisting in recruiting volunteers. This program is always in need of volunteers, as the more volunteers we have, the more community members we can assist with tax preparation. There are lots of different types of volunteer roles, and I would encourage you to spread the word about these roles. We are particularly looking for volunteers who are bilingual. And Jennifer, I will have you play our video that talks about being a volunteer.
Oh, sorry.
This is Mohammed. Mohammed lives in Rochester. He loves his community and volunteers with United Way and AARP Foundation's free tax aid program. United Way of Olmsted County and the AARP Foundation offer free tax preparation for mid to low income households in our area. If you are interested in helping our community members access this free service to get their taxes prepared, sign up to be a tax aid volunteer. Another example of how United Way of Olmsted County is ensuring our community is financially stable.
Awesome. Thanks all.
Does anybody have any questions for Grace and financial stability? Okay. We are going to do another doorbell prize. So get ready. What famous rapper's real name is Calvin Brodus? This might be a hard one. What famous rapper's real name is Calvin Brodus? Oh yes, Catherine, Snoop Dogg. There you go. So you are going to win a wonderful United Way cap. And now we're going to go into our next topic, which is equity. Emily's going to be leading this section. And before she does, we're going to have you grab one item that represents your core values. One item that represents your core values. And go. I'm not going to play the music because that's just messing me up. The intention was
point
there.
of order, Jennifer, I'm pretty sure that Jody, per the chat, Jody got the Snoop Dogg question in there.
Oh, she did. I'm sorry, Jody. We will get you a prize. Okay, so what do you got there? Your values. Oh, your family, Anne, I like that, your family. Oh, is that the kiddo back there, Catherine? Is that your core value? That's awesome. What do you have in your hand, Alex?
Is that a camera?
Is it a camera? Okay. Okay, so Emily, you get to choose which person you think has the best one.
I'm going to give that to Catherine. The producing of a child on schedule and not when they're not supposed to show up is a gift and skill that I know I can use in my life. So both because family is a wonderful value to have and because I'm deeply impressed by your summoning skills.
Yeah. So this is what Catherine is going to get. You can't see it very well. It's a lunch tote. United Way lunch tote. Cool. Okay.
So, you know, in our community and across the country, both the COVID-19 pandemic and the murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis have really increased the urgency that many people feel around racial justice and equity, including race equity, is one of our core values at United Way. So I want to define that for you. Our official United Way definition of equity is the fair participation of everyone in a society where all people can participate, prosper, and reach their full potential. Equity occurs when barriers based on race, gender, sexual orientation, and other identities are dismantled. In an equitable society, identity does not determine outcomes. So at United Way, equity drives all of our decision-making when it comes to creating community impact. And we're fighting to ensure that diverse residents are engaged in identifying priority community issues and developing and implementing solutions that work for them. So today I'm going to talk to you about two of our initiatives in that area. The first one is called Meadow Park Initiative, and it's really fitting that we have both Brenda and Sayla with us from IMAA and Family Service Rochester, who are our partners in that work. So Jennifer, if you would queue up and play the Meadow Park video.
Am I sharing screen right now?
No.
Sorry. I am going to go back and share screen. And we'll play the video. I'm sorry, wrong video.
Meadow Park neighborhood is a multicultural neighborhood here in Rochester. We try to create a good community, a better community. Right now we try to create a relationship between different backgrounds.
This is a neighborhood that has a history of welcoming new Americans for decades, and at the same time, it's a neighborhood that historically has been disinvested in. What we really wanted to understand was what are their hopes and dreams for themselves, for their families, and for this neighborhood. We got Family Service Rochester and IMAA together to engage residents. Like any neighborhood, it's full of families who want their kids to succeed.
Our role is we are like a bridge. We try to help the residents to connect each other.
To connect people with resources so people have the opportunity to improve their lives and achieve their full potential.
They don't have a big space for play, and we take actions. For example, we take this idea from the residents, and later in the council meeting we work together and we planning about the soccer field. It's so nice when you see the kids play together. I'm so proud when the people say, you know, Erica, this is a good place to live. It's much better right now when the Middle Park Initiative.
So as you saw Erica, one of our two community organizers, talking about in that video, you know, this is a resident-driven effort where community-based agencies like United Way are partnering with residents. They meet in a resident council meeting that happens monthly, as well as some work groups to determine priorities for the neighborhood. So they've identified 3 key focus areas: safety, opportunity, and a healthy environment. And then residents identify what kind of actions they want to take, and organizations bring in additional partners and help facilitate to make those things happen. So they give the example in the video of the soccer field. You know, this is a neighborhood with high density housing and really no green space. There's a park. I don't know if you can see the size of my office. There's a park that's not much bigger than my office, and we have hundreds of kiddos living in the neighborhood. So a local church allowed for some green space to be used as a soccer field, set up soccer teams of local kids from ages, I think, about 3 up to about 21, and have volunteer coaches. There's somebody in the neighborhood who actually was a semi-pro soccer player in Somalia, and he and others coached the kiddos to help really meet those goals of opportunity for youth to learn skills and to live healthy lives. So that's just one example of the kind of work that we're doing there. The other thing that I wanted to share with you a little bit about today is about our Build Back Better COVID-19 Recovery Fund, which is another way that we are responding to the crisis of COVID-19 and the way it interacts with structural racism and other inequities in our community. So we know that COVID-19 is likely going to exacerbate existing inequities in our community. So one example we can see is the test positivity rate among Black residents in Olmsted County. Black people make up less than 7% of Olmsted County's population, but as of last week's numbers, more than 35% of our positive COVID cases. So we can see the way that the existing inequities in health outcomes in our community are showing up in those COVID rates. And you may know from your own experience of getting ill or having an ill child, needing to take time off of work, that has an impact on your financial stability, on kids' education, and we're very concerned here in Olmsted County and around the country that these are going to exacerbate existing inequities. So one of the ways that United Way is responding is really trying to strengthen communities that are most impacted by the health and economic effects of the pandemic by supporting organizations that serve them. So this recovery fund that we have just launched, and we're accepting proposals from nonprofit organizations, is really designed for culturally specific organizations that serve those communities that are hardest hit by COVID-19. Culturally specific organizations that serve and are led by people from communities that are most impacted are really ideally situated to understand the cultural norms and traditions of the people that they serve, to engage community members, to interpret and remove barriers to service, and to bridge norms between communities and institutions. So we're hopeful that this is one strategy that will help support communities who really need it most in this pandemic.
Thank you, Emily. Are there any questions that you might have of Emily about our work in equity? No questions? Well, guess what? I'm keeping an eye on the time right now, so we may shorten up a few of the other points that we have. I will shorten up my area, but I'm going to do a doorbell again. Okay, so what is the name of the body of water that the Colorado River drains into? This is a hard one. What is the name of the body of water that the Colorado River drains into? This also might take a Google search. Nope, not Gunnison River. Gulf, nope, not Gulf of Mexico. It is a gulf. Okay, Gulf of California, there you go. Catherine, did you Google that? Yeah, she did. Okay.
I think Alex got it first.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Alex, you got it before Catherine. Thank you. You are going to get a duffel bag, a United Way duffel bag. Yay. Okay, so we're going to move on and talk about a few other things. We want to talk about why United Way, why give to United Way, and some frequently asked questions, which I'm sure a lot of you on this phone call have done campaign before and may also understand these frequently asked questions. But I'm going to share screen right now, and sorry. And I am going to share a document. You will have this in your packet of information that you pick up next Tuesday, but I think this does a really great job of why United Way and where your money does go. And it's a journey map. So I would encourage you to utilize this as well as the campaign messaging. And one of the biggest takeaways from here, hopefully, that you'll get is that, and this addresses another question that people often have, is what nonprofits or organizations are you supporting? Which you'll get a list of those nonprofits that we do support, but just know that those organizations or programs can change from year to year. So we update that quite frequently. And that speaks to one portion of what we do, is granting to other nonprofits. And but when someone asks you that question, what organizations does United Way support? We hope that through this training, you're able to tell them about the other things beyond the nonprofits that we do support, because there is such a breadth of what United Way does in the community. And I would say, investing in United Way, you're able to invest in an organization and impact the community change that is happening. Your dollar definitely goes a long way, giving that to United Way, and it impacts many organizations and many of the initiatives that are happening in this community, not just one organization. So I hope that that's a takeaway that you'll be able to share with your coworkers that have questions like that, of why should I give to United Way and not specifically to another organization, or what does United Way do? So we're hoping that we're training you with the tool, or giving you the tools that you can use as you talk to your coworkers. So we're going to go right into community engagement. Will be our last portion of this training, and then we'll wrap up with Antonio telling you a few housekeeping items. So in community engagement, can I have Lakin talk about leaders in giving? I'm sorry, our affinity groups and giving societies.
Yes, hello everyone. So we invite our donors to be a part of the change in our community, and our affinity and society groups directly involves donors into that journey of change. So our affinity and society groups gathers people of similar life experiences together to advance positive changes. So to begin, our affinity groups, they include Women United, which is for, you guessed it, women, and our soon to launch Always United group, which is intended for people who are planning to or who have already transitioned out of the full-time workforce. Always United will serve as an opportunity to stay connected to others and to community causes despite no longer having a workplace campaign to take part in. Next, our society groups include the Hope Legacy Society, which honors individuals who have supported United Way through a planned gift, which means that a donor might have listed United Way as a beneficiary in a will and a life insurance policy, or a donor has gifted stock. We also have the Tocqueville Society, which celebrates committed change makers who have made the annual investment of $10,000. So together, these affinity and society groups are comprised of our leadership level donors. And now you may not see yourself as a leadership level donor, but what if I told you that becoming a Women United member at a leadership level of $650 is just $25 out of a biweekly paycheck within a year? And it may surprise you to know that 65% of our campaign dollars come from leadership level workplace designations. This means that through these groups, we can have more significant impact on the community through giving, advocating, and volunteering when these leadership levels step up. So to become a member of an affinity group or society, it's simple. You can apply the workplace donations to an affinity group. You can also provide a letter of intent stating your hopes to provide a planned gift. And alternatively, you may want to participate in a 3-year step up program, which would begin your recognition at that leadership level at year 1. So our affinity groups and societies, they offer exclusive events, personal and professional development opportunities, leadership roles, and volunteer activities that give you a hands-on connection to United Way and community systems focused work. Beyond that, members grow connections with other like-minded local leaders while doing so. So you can learn more about our affinity groups by visiting our website under the Get Involved option in the toolbar, or by contacting me, Lakin Jefferson.
Does anyone have any questions for Lakin? Okay, we're going to go on to Amy.
Awesome, thanks Jennifer. We also really encourage volunteerism in our community, and we realize that our vision is a bit ambitious, and we also realize that we're better together. So we ask that corporate engagement volunteers roll up their sleeves, and in some of the materials that you'll be getting, there is a corporate engagement toolkit this year. Pages 1 and 2 give examples of in-person opportunities with social distancing measures, of course. So one example of that is like adopt a spot that you can keep our communities and roadways, waterways, drains clean. Page 3, like I said, has remote opportunities. So those are your virtual options. The one idea that we have come up with is to start a mini virtual children's book series. We have provided examples from Rochester Public Library as well as Mayor Norton of people just reading a children's book on their social media platform and sharing a free option for read alouds for parents. So if you're interested in corporate engagement, please get a hold of me, Amy Wilfert. My role is really to help you coordinate those days as well as connect the volunteer opportunity to your organization's philanthropic goals.
Does anybody have any questions for Amy on corporate engagement? We'll get into, you'll get a lot of materials on volunteerism. We know that during COVID-19, it's going to be a little bit difficult to engage with corporate volunteer opportunities, but I think that Amy's done a really great job of researching what we can provide for you that would be COVID appropriate. So we started to get real creative around here. So we hope that you'll take advantage of that. One other thing that I did want to mention to you is that we hope that you will join us on September 1st. We are doing a little bit different of a campaign kickoff. And we're actually doing that on TV. So I know that Jody's here from KTTC. We want to say a big thank you to KTTC. We're actually going to be on TV. You'll be able to view our kickoff from 6:30 to 7 on September 1st. So we hope that you'll spread that to your colleagues as well. It's going to be really impactful. People will learn more about United Way. And it's just going to be a really great opportunity to kick off our campaign on September 1st. And now I'm going to I'm going to have Antonio speak about some housekeeping items, and our next campaign trainings, Antonio will be leading.
Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, a few housekeeping items to touch on. Of course, supply pickup coming up on August 25th, next Tuesday. We do have a pickup scheduled in the morning from 7:30 to 8:30, in which there will be pastries available, aside from your tote bags and campaign supplies. So make sure you're scheduled for either of these. The second, that day as well, on the 25th, just a little bit later, will be from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and pizza will be provided. So you have a good choice of pizza or pastries to combine with your campaign tote supply. So if you haven't already, make sure you do sign up and register for that. That way we have enough supplies and pastries, etc., for you as well. So going on, we do have those additional trainings that were mentioned by Jennifer. The first of which is coming up on August 26th, and it's So You've Been Voluntold, Now What? That will be from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. I'll be leading that one, and that's where you'll go through more of the in-depth, step-by-step, what it means to do or run a campaign. So those will be the topics of that. And then an additional on September 2nd, and that is Dunk Tanks, Superheroes, and Hand Raisers. Oh my. And that's where we're going to get into the special events and what it means, what it takes, and a few new ideas for this certain area of life that we've been given in COVID-19. So it'll give you a little more ideas and some surprises or insights on what to do. So looking forward to those. If you haven't already, make sure you do sign up. And that one will be, again, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. as well. Now, as far as the door prizes that everyone won today for the doorbell and the doorbell prizes and the what is it called, scavenger hunt prizes, those will be delivered or arranged for us to get those to you. Just bear with us as we get everything done. So, Jennifer, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, and thank you again, everyone, for making it good.
I am so excited. We are ending at 1 o'clock, which that is wonderful. We want to honor your time, and you know, if there are any questions you might have, please reach out to any one of us. I hope that you got a better understanding today of the deep dive into what United Way does, and look forward to this year's campaign with all of you, and just thank you for all that you do. Anybody have any questions before we sign off?
Thanks, team, for a great job. I'm sorry that I couldn't visually see you. For whatever reason, Zoom was going in and out, but nice job. Thanks, Andy, at the home, too.
Great. Thanks, Andy, for being with us. Okay. Well, again, reach out to us if you have any questions, and we look forward to seeing you at our next training. Bye.
Bye.